יש שידור, אין שידור, איך אפשר לדעת? בואו נראה. בואו נראה אם יש שידור או אין שידור. חשוב שיהיה היום שידור, כי יש היום תוכנית מאוד מיוחדת, ומומלץ שיש שידור. בואו נראה, רגע, נעשה לזה פייסט. אוקיי. Let's see if we have a show. Let's see if we have it live. Yeah. אוקיי, אז ערב טוב לכל תושבי ארץ ולכל תושבי היקום. היום, ה-20/10/2021, השעה היא 19:02, יום רביעי, או זה מה שלפחות רוצים שנדע. מה שאני רוצה שתדעו הבאנו היום בראיון את האחד והיחיד, אולי החוקר הכי גדול אי פעם, וזה ג'ורדן מקסוול. So, hello Jordan Maxwell, how are you, my dear friend?
Oh, I'm just fine, thank you.
Well, long time we didn't made a show. I mean, we talk a lot on the Skype and, between us, but I told you that it's very important to me to bring all the knowledge and the information, the truth information to the Israeli people. And of course you said, well, I agree. And here we are, and we're going to talk to the Israeli audience today. How you feel? You are in Hawaii, or it's a green screen picture?
Can you see me?
I see you in Hawaii. In Hawaii or Tahiti, I don't know.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Maybe you change a picture to something else, or if you like, it's okay, no problem. Yeah, well, I will explain a little bit about you to the Israeli people until you change the picture or something. You don't have to, because we're going to share the screen, so we're going to be beside, בקיצור חברים, היום יש את ג'ורדן מקסוול, שהוא באמת אחד החוקרים הכי מכובדים, ואני למדתי ממנו המון, גם ממנו וגם מאוד כמה חוקרים כמו די גרגורי ודק מרקיז ועוד גדולים וטובים בעיניי. אז כן, אז ג'ורדן,
Yes.
we're gonna continue, my friend, with this picture, okay? And let me share the screen with you so we can start.
Okay.
We can start to explain to the people, to the audience, what we are seeing. Okay? Wait. Just a second. I need to open this. And I can. I have. No, not this. Okay, wait. I think I know how to do it. Just a second. Let me put it down. Let me put it on. Yeah. I'm gonna try to take it to the other screen. Oh, there we are. Maybe we can do it here. Okay. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna try, okay? I'm gonna try it. Share screen. We go to here. Share. And now they see you and me together.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah. Okay, my dear friend. So we are starting now. What we are seeing here? What can you tell us?
Seeing, I will say next, and I will say NEX, next, and then you change the picture next. Okay. Now, first of all, we're seeing an old, ancient sun god, the rising sun god Shemesh, is cutting through his way through the mountains of the east on the greenhouse cuneiform cylinder seal showing the major solar deities of the Akkadian dynasty, which relief the Mesopotamia from, he ruled Mesopotamia from 2330 to 2200. Now the ancient, on the right hand side you will see an ancient Akkadian sun god Shemesh is now the Old Testament God of Israel, who is today known as El Shaddai, which means the more we change, the more we stay the same. Israel is still celebrating the worship of God's Son, S-U-N, not German, S-O-N. It's S-U-N. The sun is rising between the two mountains. You will see him rising between the two mountains. Next, the next picture. Next picture. What's the next picture? Is there another picture? There it is. There's a rose seal on Mount Ararat. And you will see the God rising between the two mountains. And he's got a saw in his hand. That's why he's cutting through the mountains so that you can see him. And there it is again. Holy is my God. And that shows Shemesh, the sun god, cutting his way through the mountain range. Next. I say next. Okay. No, that's not the next picture. Okay, next picture. No, holy is my God. Okay, you see that next picture? He's cutting his way through the mountain range, the sun god. So we see that tetragrammaton is tetra, 4 gram, G-R-A-M-M letters, 4 letters for the name of God. And the name of God is tetragrammaton. Tetra, 4 gram letters, Aton, A-T-O-N, tetragrammaton. And it's the sun god of the ancient Babylonians. That's the God of Israel today, is the sun god, the ancient god of the sun. Next, fire in the minds of men, the origins of the revolutionary faith. And that's written by James Billington. Raise it higher. We need to raise fire in the minds of men a little higher so we can see the bottom of the picture. Okay, there's James Billington. James Billington was the chief librarian for the Library of Congress. And so you don't get any better than that. In his book, Fire in the Minds of Men, you can still buy it today. It's called The History of Modern Revolutions. It's a story of people in the grip of ideas and beliefs and ideas. In this masterful work, James Billington, whose first book, The Icon of the Axe, established him as both a sparkling, formidable scholar and a sparkling storyteller. He traces the center of the revolutionary faith from its earliest origins in occult Freemasonry to the allegedly scientific Marxism of today. So when we talk about communism, it's actually Freemasonry, occult Freemasonry. And so that's what we were talking about, occult Freemasonry. And on page 6, go to the next picture. Go to the next picture. Okay, go to the next one. Yeah, next picture. This is that's on the okay. It says a recurrent mythic model for revolutionaries, early romantics, and young Karl Marx and the Russians of Lenin's time was Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods for the use of mankind. The Promethean faith of revolutionaries resembles, in many respects, the general modern belief that science would lead men out of darkness out of darkness into light. Here is the most important part. But there was also a more pointed millennial assumption that on the new day that was dawning, the sun would never set. Early during the French Revolution, the sun was rising on a new era in which darkness would vanish forever. And it says the image became implanted at a level of consciousness that simultaneously interpreted something real and produced a new reality. The new reality that they sought was radically secular and stringently simple. The ideal was not the balanced complexity of the new American Federation, but the occult simplicity of his great seal, an all-seeing eye atop a pyramid over the words Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is new order of the world, the new world order. Next picture. Next picture. Okay, there is Prometheus, the statue of Prometheus, the god who stole fire from the gods for the use of mankind. And this statue is in the Rockefeller Center in New York. Prometheus.
This
who
is in the
stole fire from the
Rockefeller. This
gods.
is in the Rockefeller Center in New York.
Yeah, this is Rockefeller Center in New York City. And he's got the statue of Prometheus. Prometheus stole fire from the gods and brought it down to the earth. So he got the fire from the gods, which means the intelligence. He brought the intelligence of the gods down to the earth, and with the fire, and you see him get the fire and bringing it down to earth. The next picture. A recurrent mythic model for revolutionaries, early romantics, and the young Karl Marx and the Russians of Lenin's time was Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods for the use of mankind. And it says a recurrent mythic model for revolutionaries was in early romantics, the young Karl Marx and Russians of Lenin's time was Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods for the use of mankind, and shows that it's the gods of the demons, the devils. And so he stole the devil's idea and brought it down to the earth. And there you'll see on the back of the dime, the one American dime, you'll see the fire of revolution. Show that picture again. Can you show the picture of this dime? Okay. Can you drop it down a little bit so we can see the dime? Yeah, but nobody else has seen it. Nobody else has seen it.
We're talking
But there
about this
was
one.
more.
The dime is between the
Statue of Liberty
yeah, the
and
Statue of Liberty.
Prometheus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the Statue of Liberty is holding the fire of revolution in America. It's a revolt against the common people. It's a revolution. Next picture. So anyway, in the Masonic Orders of Fraternity, Manly P. Hall, the Masonic leader, said in his Masonic Orders of Fraternity, he said, next picture. Masonic Orders of Fraternity, the 4 words. The direct descendant of the essential program of the esoteric schools was entrusted to groups already well conditioned for the work. The guilds, trade unions, and similar protective and benevolent societies have been internally strengthened by the introduction of a new learning. The advancement of the plan required the enlargement of the boundaries of the philosophic overstate. A world fraternity was needed, maintained by a deep and broad program of education according to the method. Such a fraternity could not immediately include all men, but it could unite the activities of certain kinds of men, regardless of their radical, racial, or religious beliefs or nations in which they would dwell. And then Manly P. Hall goes on to say in his book, Masonic Orders of Fraternity, these were the men of towardness, those sons of tomorrow, whose symbol was a blazing sun rising over the mountains of the east. And then he goes on to say, while it is difficult to trace the elements of a pattern never intended to be obvious, it wasn't intended to be obvious. It's difficult to trace the patterns of a revolution. The broad shape of the design is dimly apparent. And so we have to remember, these were the men of towardness, those sons of tomorrow, whose symbol was a raging sun over the mountains. That's the symbol for world communism, the sun rising over the mountains. And here is the picture of North Koreans and communist North Korea, the perfect, all the people are dancing in preparation for the sunrise over the mountains, which is a symbol for the world communist movement. And that fat little dimwit leader in North Korea is following his orders to make the communism the sunrise over the mountains. And here the next picture is the Communist Party of India, the Marxist Party. And again, you see the sunrise over the mountains of the east. The leading communist party in the country, the CPI, is a Marxist-Leninist country. It's a Marxist-Leninist symbol. And so that's the symbol for world communism, the sunrise over the mountains. Then we got Bob Marley and the Wailers. And here you see the singer, Bob Marley, and he's singing about the revolution. And there is the sun rising over the mountains of the east, the world communist symbol. And that's what he's singing about. He's singing about the world revolution. And now on the stamp, on the Israeli stamp, you will see the sunrise over the mountains. On the stamp, and these were the men of towardness, whose symbol was a blazing sun rising over the mountains of the east. So here we have Israel showing the same symbol as world communism. And I hope the people of Israel see this, that the symbolism for communism is the same symbolism for Israel. Now the next picture is these are little countries that the Soviet Union took over. The Soviet Union took over in 1923, and these were the symbols that were of the symbol of the little countries that were taken over. And again, you will see the sunrise over the mountains of the east. And in Romania, you will see Romania, state armed, the sunrise over our mountains of the east. And then we'll go on to the next one.
We are in Mongolia now.
Communist Mongolia. What do you see? The sunrise over a mountain range for communism. Again, the next picture. Can we see the next picture?
Yeah, we're seeing the Macedonia, and we are seeing the 1919 here. Again, we see.
I think that this is Armenia, and you'll see the sunrise over the mountains, which is a symbol of world communism in Armenia. And there's another picture of a sunrise over a mountain range, which is a symbol of world communism. And then there's another symbol of another little country that the Soviet Union took over. And then you see another country, the sunrise over the mountains with the hammer and the sickle, representing world communism. Next picture. Okay, the next picture is another communist symbol of the sunrise over the mountains of a little country that the Soviet Union took over and made into a communist country. And then in the Soviet Union today, we see red, white, and blue. And the picture on the is another sun rising over the mountains. And the red, white, and blue communist symbol for red, white, and blue, America's color, the American colors, is a sunrise over the mountains. And then again, another sunrise over the mountains of another little country that the Soviet Union took over. And there's the hammer and the sickle. And the CCP is Communist Party, Central Committee is Communist Party. And then on the path, you'll see the swastika, the Star of David, is the international official organ of the Independent Theosophical Society. And what do you see in the middle? You see in the middle the sunrise over a mountain. Then you get the People's Republic of Japan. And what do you see is the sunrise over the mountain. Just like I said, it's a symbol of world communism. And the next picture, and in Eurasia, you will see the sunrise over the mountain. The same picture, but always a symbol of world communism. In Bolivia, you'll see the sunrise over mountains. In the Masonic Order Fraternity, Manly P. Hall said these were the men of towardness, or sons of tomorrow, whose symbol was a blazing sun rising over the mountains of the east. While it is difficult to trace the elements of a pattern never intended to be obvious, a broad shape of the design is dimly apparent, the invisible empire of world Freemasonry. Of world Freemasonry bringing about the new communist system. And so now we have the blazing sun rising over the mountains of the east, and we have a British Columbia with the blazing sun rising over the mountain range. the symbol of world communism. We never knew that before. Now we know it means communism. And so we got the British Columbia on one side of the country, and we got the District of Columbia on the other side. And here in the state of Arizona, you will see the sun rising over the mountains of the east. It's the same communist symbol that was founded by 1912. In 1912, they already knew that the United States was going to be a communist country. And it was going to have a communist symbol with a mountain range with the sunrise over the mountains in Montana. So just remember that this is a symbol for world communism. And Romania, as I said, the sunrise over the mountains. And the next picture, after Romania, the next picture. Okay, the great seal of the state of Ohio. And you will see the sun rising over the mountain of the east. And that means that the state of Ohio is a communist state. And therefore, Kansas.
Okay, this is the sun rising from the east, but it is going to shine from the west.
No, the sun is rising in the east. And so I'm just saying that all the states in the United States were founded on the communist symbol. Here in 1912, Arizona was a communist state, and Nevada was a communist state. You'll see the same sunrise over a mountain range. I just think that that is very interesting. America is a communist, socialist, communist country. And in the seal of the state of Indiana, you will see a communist symbol, and you will see others. Not too quick, not too fast. The Department of the Interior shows a sunrise over a mountain range.
There is Nevada.
And then Nevada is a sun rising over the mountain range. Again, the symbol for world communism. And then the Santa Barbara, in the seal of the city of Santa Barbara, you will see a sunrise over a mountain range. And so I don't know how many cities in America are founded by the Communist Party. It's important to remember this: founded by the Communist Party, a sunrise over the mountains. The next picture. The seal of the state of Alaska shows a sunrise over a mountain range. Another communist symbol. Can we see the next picture?
Yeah, we have it here. It's
yeah. And there is the seal for the state of New York. And what do you see on the New York seal? The sunrise over a mountain range. New York State. Here's New York City. The next picture is New York City. And the sunrise over a mountain range. So therefore, it's the same old Roman symbol for communism. And so here is the great seal of the state of New York. And you'll see a sun rising over the mountains. And then you'll see the state of Kansas with the sun rising over the mountains. As far back as 1861, it is already a communist country. So don't be surprised if America turns communist. It's been a communist country for 1861. And again, there's another country that is a communist country. In the state of Kansas, you will see the sunrise over the mountain range. So don't be surprised when you find out America is a communist country. And there is a seal for one of the Middle Eastern countries with Islam, and you'll see the sunrise over mountains of the east. It is a symbol for world communism. They are themselves world communists. That's what they have always been. They are a communist country. Next picture. And here, what is this picture about?
It's
The Federalist
Arab
Arab
Federation.
Federation. The Globalist Arab Federation, which is you'll see a sunrise behind the mountains. And now you will see there's the sun coming up as he's sawing his way through the mountains. And that's El Shaddai, the sun god. We're all worshiping the sun, Jews and Gentiles alike. We're all worshiping the sun god of Egypt. Now, look at that symbol on the right-hand side of the bottom of the picture. You will see it's a sunrise behind the mountains. Remember this symbol, sunrise behind the symbol of the mountain is a symbol for the world communism. World communism. Now go on, show the next picture. There's a sunrise over the mountains on Google. And sunrise over the mountains on Apple. Now the next picture, sunrise over the mountains on Microsoft.
Also
And
Twitter
sunrise over the mountains on Twitter.
and Facebook.
And Facebook. Sunrise over the mountains. That's why all of these different organizations are called socialist networks, because their socialism is trying to tell you it's the dawn of a new day in which the sun was rising and would never set. And so there's the solar myth of the revolution, suggesting that the sun was rising on a new era in which darkness would vanish forever. And so therefore, all the socialist networks are showing the sunrise over the mountains. Now, here is the Soviet National Coat of Arms. The seal for the Soviet Union is 1923, the present artistic renderization dates from August 19, 1956. The Soviet coat of arms graphically presents the dawn of a new day for the entire world. Its slogan repeats in 15 national languages. The USSR is workers of the law lands unite. A world communist symbol for Soviet Union, the state arms, and there's Miss Hillary Clinton, the dawn of a new day. Miss Hillary Clinton, the famous communist, the dawn of a new day. That's why America can't stand her. America has been an enemy of communism, but she's trying to bring about the dawn of a new day. And of course, Obama, the old B.O. Obama, is trying to bring about a dawn of a new day for America. And Hillary Clinton is the dawn of a new day. And that's why the Communist Party was ecstatic over the 2008 election. News results was Obama's new day, Obama's new day, a new day for America. Obama harkens a new day in America. And there's a picture of a new day is dawning for America. The sun was rising over the mountains of the east on the dawn of a new day. Now there's all the public fools and dingbats of the world. They are worshiping the new day in America. And they are so happy that Obama has finally brought communism to America. They are so happy that he has finally brought a dawn of a new day for world communism. And they got the tears and a new day dawns for our country. Ralph Nader said, a new day for America. And then Spider-Man has a brand new day. And then in 1939, the World's Fair in New York said the theme of the New York World's Fair was the dawn of a new day. And then under Adolf Hitler, the old communist socialist himself, Adolf Hitler has a sunrise behind the mountains of the dawn of a new day. And Soviet communism was also, here's Hitler. Even Adolf Hitler said, he showed pictures, the dawn of a new day. The communist Nazi Führer fed the German people the scam Vatican British bullshit, and it worked for a while anyway. And he said, here's what the Germans said. Germany can be saved only by the dictatorship of the national will and the determination to take action. People ask, is there someone fit to rule the leader as our leader? He says, my fellow Germans, awaken. The new day is dawning. It shows that he was nothing more than a communist himself. He was a Soviet Union communist with his bringing a dawn of a new day. And then the Pope, he is another piece of political crap. Pope John Paul presides over the mountain, over the morning Mass at St. Peter's Basilica on the day of peace. He wants a new world order, the same kind of trash we've been hearing about from the days of a new world order and the sun rising over the mountains. The Jewish Judaica shows a sunrise Torah in gold, the dawn of a new day. So if you're studying the Torah, and here is a sun worship at the Jerusalem temple, and the Jews were worshiping the sunrise over the mountains of the east. They're worshiping the sun, which is a symbol, as I said, for communism, world communism. So if you're wondering about the government of, what's that picture above it? Raise it up a little bit. Can you raise that picture up a little bit? Okay, there it is. Global spiritual communism. And so there is the God of the Jews. The new day is the sun rising over the mountains. Can we see the next picture? The next picture is our incoming world government. And those were the minuets, those sons of tomorrow, whose symbol was a blazing sun rising over the mountains of the east. And you will see it in Christianity. The sunrise over the mountains of the east is a world communist symbol. And here is a symbol of all the Christian symbols of a sunrise over the mountains. And here is the stained glass showing the man is showing his wife and his children. This is what we're going to be worshiping. We're going to be worshiping the sunrise and the dawn of a new day. And so Jimmy Carter, in a speech at Plains, Georgia, dawn of November 1976, Jimmy Carter said, "I see the sun rising on a beautiful new day, a beautiful new spirit in the country, a commitment to the future of world communism." So that's why we today still have the symbols of the new day. And the New Day news program on CNN tells us that it's a red square. If you look for a picture of a red square on the encyclopedia, it tells you the symbol of a red square is in Moscow. The red square is in Moscow. Everybody is going Google. Everybody is loving the communist symbol, the new day for the entire world. Then we have another pictures of some of the big shots, donors bashing different presidential candidates are coming together to help with the funding advertising campaign. And Matt Davis, spokesman for this group, planning the affair of Super PAC called New Day for America. And so that tells you that the big shots with the big money are all a bunch of communists. They're Marxist, Leninist, Soviet communists. And they are trying to defeat Trump. Now, this is very important. This is Karl Marx said for a society to change into a communist way of living, there would have to be a transitional period you got to give the people time to change. You got to give the people time to change from a Israeli society to a communist society. And that's why we have a change you can believe in. And Barack Obama was a leading Marxist, Leninist, Soviet communist that was talking about a change you can believe in. And here Adolf Hitler the Discovery Channel had a new video out. It said, "For a nation in darkness, it was the purpose of a new dawn." Again, we see the communist symbol, a new dawn for a failed artist, and it was a chance to change history. And so again, the dawn of a new day communist crap is not new, of course. Back in 1939, we see the communist symbol for the dawn of a new day. It was a symbol for world communism, and it was the dawn of a new day in the New York World's Fair. the New York World's Fair 1939 symbol, the seal was the dawn of a new day. So always seeing is that everywhere you look, you're seeing the dawn of a new day. 9.5 Mystics, a book called The Kabbalah Today, said the way of one who is caught between the suns of a dying and a dawning day. So that's what we got in the Kabbalah, a new day for Americans and for Israelis worshiping the one. So now we see, and the Christian churches, of course, have been spreading this demonized BS for years. Christian churches have been, of course, been spreading these lies and this demonic crap for many years. When socialism, as dreamed of by Karl Marx, could not be entirely brought about by a comprehensive system of state ownership and by the leveling of wealth. If that were done without a spiritual leveling, and so that's what we have today on radio in America. Turn on the light, and the Christian teachings and commemorative, and we see the dawn of a new day for America. And now you see all the different community churches are advertising the sun rising over the mountains of the east. A New Day Community Church of Nazarenes is a new day dawning. A new day dawning. You'll see the sunrise over the mountains. And a new day Christian church. And as I said, the New Day Christian Church is Southern Baptist Community as a New Day Church. And then here's a picture of all of the people that can't wait to worship the dawn of a new day. The ignorant masses of people, worshiping the New Day Christian Church, the New Day Christian Fellowship. All the same stuff. The New Day, welcome to the New Day Christian Living, Christian Church. And now we have a New Day Church. So if you're looking for something holy, forget the church. The Catholic Church and the churches in America, all communist inspired. Now let's look at this. This was a television program many years ago in 1980. It was called V. And V was an original miniseries.
Well, the V is from the letter victory.
Yeah, V stands for victory. This is embroidery on signs that gets spray painted over posters of an alien race that has come to the earth. It's an alien race who's come to the earth. The next is, that was on NBC. The original communist symbol was a V for victory. Now, ABC just recently redid the television program V. And in it, it says, if you read, it says ABC has released a full new preview of V, whom is a re-imaging of a 1980 miniseries.
Well, if you let me, I just add here a photo from NASA logo, and we can see also the V, okay?
Yeah.
Also, we can see here the V, that if you understand, there you have the V, when you talk about aliens and everything. So you can see it also here, from here, It's the same picture, and they are using everything all the time. So they talk in the same language and the same symbols.
Yeah, we're talking the same language and the same symbol of V. This is ABC, not NBC. ABC has just released a new showing of the video, and it said ABC releases a full new preview of V. It is a re-imaging of the 1980 miniseries about the world of first encounters with an alien race in which the aliens call themselves the visitors and have seemingly ABC has released a new preview of V, which is a re-imaging of the 1980 miniseries about the world's first encounter with an alien race in which the aliens are themselves called the visitors and have a seemingly friendly agenda that may or may not be to cover the generation, the more malevolent. In the TV series, it said in the TV series, the so-called visitors distributed a booklet including explaining their mission here on the earth. In the TV series, the aliens are developing the dawn of a new day. That shows that world communism, ABC television, is telling you world communism is an extraterrestrial idea. Well, that's what we said in the beginning, that the new world order was brought here by Prometheus, who stole the idea from the demons in heaven and came down to earth with their dawn of a new day. America and the New World Order. This goes all the way back to 1940, the year I was born. So here is a picture of, on Time magazine, between Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
Building a new world order. They don't have to live under the new world order. They're already gone. And so political leaders, Karl Marx said that for society to change into a communist society, a way of living, there would have to be a transitional period. Karl Marx, A New Day for America. And there's Miss Hillary Clinton with the dawning of a new day for people. Now, keep that picture up there. Keep a picture. You will see the top picture is Hitler raising his fist with his revolutionary raised fist in the revolutionary salute. And there's old Obama with him raising his fist for the revolutionary salute. And we're all so delighted and happy that Obama is leading us into world communism. And that's why there's a movie called American Zombie. It says, we're here, we're dead, and get used to it. Go back to the picture of the movie. And the picture of the movie, we're here, we're dead, and get used to it. And just live with it. With the communist symbol for the dawn of a new day, world communism. And what's the next picture? You'll see the picture of Adolf Hitler
Yeah,
and the Democratic chairman.
yeah.
She is the head of the Democratic Party, the nice little Jewish girl who was raising a fist like Adolf Hitler. That should tell you something about this girl. She's a Marxist communist leader. And she's raising her hand, her fist, like Adolf Hitler. So that shows you what side she's on. On the back of the money of the silver coin is Miss Liberty walking toward the dawn of a new day. You see Miss Liberty? She's walking toward the sunrise of a dawn of a new day. That shows you that we have always been a communist country. Newsweek, we are all socialists now. This is what we call socialism in everyday life. Lenin, the great communist dictatorship. It was estimated that the USSR suffered 56 to 62 million unnatural deaths during the period of 1934 to 49, directly linked to Stalin. And so that's why you can, next picture, you can flush your hope for the world down the drain. Just flush it down the drain, because a Marxist, Leninist, Soviet communism is America. Who is really behind the world communist plot to destroy civilization around the world? Well, I'm going to answer that right now. Here is a picture of the top communists in the world with the Vatican. There's the Vatican and there's the top communists in the world. We'll call them the Jesuits. Jesuits. The men in black, Vatican's secret mafia, we call the Jesuits. They are promoting the communist way of living for the whole world. They're shutting you down. They're making you wear your mask and go home and stay 6 foot apart and don't go to work and keep your mask on, and we hope you die. We hope you die. And so that's why, and so we all love the Jesuit priest, because the Jesuits helping to bring about a new world order.
Okay, let me just explain this because it's very important in Hebrew, okay? let me. חברים, זה, כפי שאתם רואים את התמונה פה, אנחנו מדברים על מי בעצם גורם לכל ה-New World Order וכל ה... אז זאת המאפיה, הוותיקן, המאפיה הסודית של הוותיקן, והם הישועים. כך הם נקראים, ישועים, חברים. זה לא צחוק וזה לא בדיחה. אלה הישועים, אתם יכולים לראות, אוקיי, אנחנו למדנו הרבה על השמש, הודות על השמש היום ועל העניין. אז אגודת הישועים בעצם, שחבריה מוכרים כישועים, הוא מסדר בכנסייה הקתולית שהוקמה בשנת 1534, כדי להילחם בהתפשטות כביכול הפרוטסטנטית, בדרכי חינוך. חברים, זה מה שנקרא היחידה הסודית, המאפיה הסודית. It's a mafia, yes? It's a mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the mafia, and the reason why we know it's a mafia, because the Pope is referred to as the Holy Father. And he's a Holy Father because he speaks for God. He's a Godfather. A
אז,
Godfather. The
אז
Pope.
כמו שאומרים הסנדק, סנדק קוראים לזה באנגלית The Godfather, אבל זה לא סנדק, זה Godfather, זה האבא של it's like the God of the Father, yes? The Father of the God.
Yeah, he's God the Father.
Yeah. אז זה לא סנדק, חברים, זה לא הסנדק, זה God.
And the Jesuit priests, you'll see, the Jesuit priests are the ones that gave you the mafia. They are the Italian mafia.
Should we continue?
Yes.
חברים, נחשף לכם הרבה ידע היום, תתרכזו. אני יודע שזה קשה כי זה אנגלית ללא תרגום, אבל כדאי להתרכז. חומר זהב, חברים, זהב. ג'ורדן מקסוול לא עושה שידורים עם אף אחד כבר לפחות כמה שנים. אנחנו מקבלים הזדמנות פה בגלל הקרבה החברית ביני לבינו. אז בואו ננצל את זה עד תום. Yes, please, continue.
Jesuits, the purveyors of world violence since the year 1540. That's when they were founded. They were founded by the Vatican in 1540. Jesuit conspiracy, the secret plan of the order. It shows you that many different books have been written about the plans for the Confederation of the Jesuits. And here's another book called Code Words. Babylon, Danger in the Vatican, the Sons of Loyola and their plans for world domination. And so this is the problem we're facing today. All over the world, we are celebrating world communism. And we can't wait. We just love, if you like Americans, they just love the Communist Party, the Marquis de Lafayette.
Here is John Adams.
Yep. John Adams Society. And there's Churchill.
The White Book.
Yep.
Well, there you have a link on the land. Link a land.
Yeah.
There is a link on the land.
There is a picture of the Jesuits founding the Nazi Party. So if you don't like Nazism, just thank the Jesuits. They were the ones that started the Nazi Party for Adolf Hitler.
You will have it in the Marxism, of course. Karl Marx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have it also in Russia. Yeah.
Why are the Jesuits going to bat for the communists? Because the Pope is a communist. He's a Marxist, Leninist communist, Soviet communist. Here is a Jesuit mafia. Pope is given the crucifix with Jesus hanging on a communist hammer and sickle. That's Romania's communist dictator. And there's a symbol for the Jesuits. The Jesuits were organized by a religious zealot, Ignatius Loyola. They have been They have been identified as the controllers behind the U.S. government, and that they are. They are themselves merely landmarks and lieutenants of the cult of Antone. Like I said, the cult of Antone is a cult of the sun, and there are the two Jesuit priests who have come to America to make sure we all get in line and we're all communists.
Well, let me just say a little anecdote with regarding the color of blue and red. We had it also in the first movie of the Matrix, that Morpheus is offering Neo to choose which pill he will take, the blue or the red. So we still are in the same symbols and colors and numbers and names and
That's right. We're still doing it. And we don't know, and we don't realize that the Vatican is the biggest communist criminal organization on the earth. The most important communist conspirators on the earth, who now owns man and woman. They're reptile aliens. Like David Icke said, they're reptile aliens, and they are. And we're picturing them above. You'll see has got a man and a woman. And they are showing that the reptile aliens have the man and woman in their grasp. And therefore, there's a Jesuit priest between the Democrats and Republican Party. He is a great priest between the Democratic and the Republican Party. And the next picture, between all of these people, are a bunch of criminals. They're all criminals, and they're being led by the Democratic. They're being led by the communist symbol of the cardinal.
now the cardinal have the colors of the beast. I mean the devil, like black and red.
Yeah, of course. That's
Yeah.
right. What's the next picture? Raise it up. What do you see? There's the Godfather, and they're kissing his ring. And there's the other Godfather on the right, and they're kissing his ring. That's why I said he's the Holy Father. He speaks for God. He's a Godfather. What's the next picture?
We have our
Steps toward the British Union, a world state, and international war. So the steps toward a British Union, a world state, and international strife. It shows that the international world wars are being conducted by England. And England is not your friend. It's a world communist conspiracy to bring everybody under a world fraternity of the Jesuits. So, British Israel World Federation Movement. Look that up. The British Israel World Federation Movement. You will see this is an organization that was founded to present the World Communist Party. Prophet of a new day, the exalted. Exuberant conspirators. Prophet of a New Day is a book that was written. Administration of the Republic. Drew outlines his intentions, a new era in Washington, the international crises. The reform is of a new day. The prophet of a new day is dawning. Federal Incorporation Act, the Federal Reserve Act that prints America's money, and that you're getting the money from the Federal Reserve in Israel, which is founded by the National Communist Party of the World Communist System. And so when you get the money from the International Conference of Federal Incorporation Act, you're getting it from a country, you're getting it from a son of a new world order. There's Bush, he's a son of a new world order. And there's Dumb and Dumber again. We're dead. We're here. We're dead. Get used to it. There's the American zombies. And we saw that the head of the Democratic Party and Adolf Hitler were giving the same fist salute. So that's all, folks. So you can flush your hopes for everything going to be nice. Everybody's going to be very happy in the dawn of a new day. Federal Reserve is now in effect, the dawn of a new day. So that should tell you something about the Federal Reserve and what they're going to do to America and what they're doing to the world. And that's why everybody is depending on the dollar bill.
Well, it was really mind blowing, all this information. And tell me, Jordan, you were the first to teach about the law of the land and the law of the sea.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get out from these strawmen? What I have to do to kill my strawman and be free?
I don't think there's anything you can do. It's hopeless. There's nothing you can do. They already have us, and we've already given in. So there's nothing we can do but just go along to get along and just become a communist ourselves.
Don't you believe that the Creator have his way to don't let them win in the end?
I suppose that there is something that can be done, but it would require the Creator to do something. It's much too big for mortal man, for us. It has to be done by God himself. And I'm not talking about the sun god of Egypt. I'm talking about the actual creator of the universe. And maybe something can be done. I hope something can be done. Because if not, we are all doomed to destruction. If we can't get out of this mess that we're in today, if we can't get out, we're going to have to Just live with it.
Do you believe that there is maybe like a spell that put on people?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no
No
doubt
doubt.
about that.
Can you spell it for us? What is that spell?
No, it's just a spell.
It's just a spell. Well,
That's a spell.
what can I say, my dear friend? Do you have something to say to the Israeli people that now are listening to you?
Yes, I love the Israeli people. I don't care for the communists and the Marxist Leninists that want to destroy America. And just remember, when they destroy America, that means no more money. No more money, no more food, no more protection, no more nothing. That means that you have depended on the wrong people. We didn't know we were already a communist country. We didn't know that. Now we know. With Hillary Clinton, the dawn of a new day, and the lady who was in charge of the Democratic Party, dawn of a new day. So it's an idea whose time has come. If you want to know how to do this, first of all, I have a research website on my website, jordanmaxwell.com. My website is jordanmaxwell.com.
Yeah,
Jordan,
I will put the link.
yeah. And Jordan, like the river Jordan, Maxwell.com. And when you go to jordanmaxwell.com, you will see a link to my research website. I have been told by many people, especially police officers, that if I'm going to talk about anything that the public is not supposed to know about, and the public is not supposed to know, then I have to do it private. You have to do it private. You can't show the information in the public. You've got to make it private. So I made my research website private, but you have to go to my research website and join my research website. Join it. It only takes $30. Yeah. No, it just says, oh, there it is. Yeah, highlight. But this is just Jordan Maxwell. This is the old website. This is not mine. This is the old website. It's not mine.
Well, it's right in jordanmaxwell.com.
I know, but it's not my website. It doesn't belong to me. What you want is Jordan Maxwell Show, SHOW, jordanmaxwellshow.com. There it is. And you'll see it in the yellow print at the top. Join the research and join the research. And now you can see all the information about how that you don't have to be a part of this. You can be out of it. It's a very, very, very big story. It's all on my website. I tell you everything about all of it. I tell you everything you need to know on my website. So go to Jordan Maxwell Research and join my research society, and all the information on that research website you'll have to know. You got to know about it. And I've got all the information there behind the scenes. It's very important that you get there.
Well, I will put the link, of course, and people can see. Well,
Yeah, okay.
my dear friend, I wish you good health. You're gonna need it. Keep on strong.
Yeah.
Keep on strong, and I really want you to know how much I love you, my dear friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I also love you.
We are many years together now.
Yeah,
Too long.
I know.
Okay, my dear friend. So I send you a hug from Israel, and maybe soon we can see each other. I don't know.
Maybe soon.
Okay, my dear friend. I thank you for everything, and we're gonna talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Bye-bye.
ביי ביי. כן. רק רגע בבקשה,